8.
Peg 8.
That's peg 8 then.
You're on Cart Lake 21.
Is that late?
Yeah.
No, sorry. Cart Lake 21.
11.
So that's right. Peg 11 ringer. You're on Cart Lake 14. Very good peg.
Cart 21.
Brilliant.
12.
Right.
You got scale? Yeah, cool. Well, you're on round pond number 1 just here.
Down here.
Do you want to go exact cart?
Or here.
9.
Peg 9 Richard Birch.
Where's
You're on
John?
Drop scale. Throw back in the
You're on Cart Lake 18.
John,
Sorry, oh my goodness.
Well, you
Five.
can boom back.
You're on Horseshoe 2.
No.
Right.
Scale 16. You're on round pond 9.
Round pond 9. In there. Where's that? Fucking right at your peg there.
10.
I get scale.
I'm saying nothing.
You're on Cart pond 16.
right up here, you're there, right in the corner.
Looks like we're weighing in.
15.
Jack, 15. Round pond 8.
That's that one.
Yeah.
Where does that go? Number 8.
3 or 13?
13.
13. So what good bets have gone? We've got
13, that is round pond.
Hey?
57.
Jack,
That says round pond 8.
round pond
Hey,
8.
come it back in.
Is that number 8?
Round pond 3.
13 is round pond 3.
And then number 8 top round.
It's Steve.
Steve. Round pond 3. Incredible.
37.
Hey?
37. What's on far side?
There's another one to draw.
I'm on 58.
Walnut round here, good thing.
No.
Yeah, this change.
Hey, draw one, Chaz.
Scales.
Well, we've got scales, me and you.
Well, well.
Horseshoe 6 for me. There's peg 2 on there, but that's the way I've had to do it. Horseshoe 6 for me. See you on the bank. Good morning, fisher people. I'm Alan Norrie from Fish on TV. It's Tuesday, the 17th of January. And it's a bloody cold morning. Oh, it's warmed up. It is -2. -5 this morning. On his way here, we should have been fishing Scarm Park, which is only 20 minutes away. It's like on the Selby Road. It's out that way. Lovely venue, but it was frozen over. So we've rung Steve at Gowdle, Oakland Waters at Gowdle. Somehow he always manages to keep these lakes pretty much ice-free. Not all of it, but he's given us all 3 lakes. We've pegged it out on 3 different lakes, and because we're on 3 different lakes, I've just thought of it as quick as I could. Quickest, easiest thing to keep these muppets happy. They're not muppets, they're good lads. We always have a laugh. I've pegged it out, and what I did, just in case it happens to some of you guys, I don't know how I managed to think of it so quick. I just did. Mr. Incredible went, I'll be here till next Tuesday working that one out. And he would. I've actually just done pegs 1 to 18. Sorry, there should have been 18, but Nigel's gone home. So there's 17, but I won't bother telling you what I've done with that. It's a pairs match. I'm going to draw the pairs out now, so they'll find out who they're actually fishing with. And I've just, on peg 1, I've put R1, R2, R5, R7. So if it comes out peg 1 or peg 3 is round pond number 5. If it comes out peg 16 and that is a C14, it's Cart Lake 14, original peg 14. And if you draw number 9 and it says H11, you're on Horseshoe 11. Dead easy, simples. So they've all gone to the pegs. You can imagine the trouble I had explaining that one to them. But it's sorted, they got it in the end, folks. They did get it in the end. I'm just going to draw the pairs out, see who we've drawn with. Nobody knows who they've drawn with. And we'll see who is the pairs champion. So we've got first, second and third. I've done a first prize. which is double, second and third. I've left it so everybody get the second and third end up with the money back at least for the pegging. So that's the easiest way. It just saved messing about with all the money. It was dead simple, worked out in 5 minutes, job done. Let me get to the peg. We are really late. I mean, it's 9:25. We're teeing off at 10:15. We normally start 3. But let me hurry up and get there. Over and out. Right, here we are. 35 minutes to get ready. Impossible for me, impossible. So I did get my rod set up and I've chucked a bomb out pretty much on the off. Just have a search about for bomb and bread. We're an hour in. I've had one skimmer while I'll get my pole ready. I've only set one pole line up. Oh, I thought that had an indication. Bloody ducks he was. I've only got one pole line set up. I'm going to search about with the bomb. Got the method set up and then a pole line down here for some skimmers. Just 2 secs, Dave. 2 skimmers. Right, I've got Dave Eccles behind me. He's on the round pond. I'm on peg 6 on the horseshoe. Mr. Incredible's just here. He's had a carp. Bonzo, Jazz, can't remember it. Bob on the other side over there. John Danby around here has had a carp. Steve's had a carp. Dave's not had a bite yet. My partner is Nigel Middleton. He's on peg 37. So the plan is I've got one pole line set up at 10 metres. I found a spot where it sort of slopes down like that. It's the more left you go, the shallower it is, and then it goes deeper towards your right. And I'm like just at the bottom of the slope for the pole, and I've just fed some ground bait, a few micros and a few soft pellets out there. That's at 10 metres. If you go any further than that, it starts to shallow up a little bit. So I don't see the point going any further, but the light, no matter what colour tip I put on, it's awful to see with these trees in front of me, as you'll see in a minute. Orange, green, yellow, red, black. You can't see them very, very well at all. It's going to be a little bit frustrating to say the least, but we'll do our best on that one. Right, so I'll probably have to have my float a little bit higher than I'd like it. Right, here we'll have a look at the peg. So 10 metres out here, I fed some ground bait, a few micros and soft pellets, and I'm about 5-6 metres short of the island. It's about 5 or 6 foot deep and shallows up as you get up there, and I know it can get a bit snaggy along there. I've had 2 indications. I missed the second one, so I've started off here. I'm going to go across, work out a little bit. I can even go over here, but it just gets shallower. But I'll still have a look, and I'll probably ping a few pieces of corn into this corner, and we'll have a look on corn over there a little bit later. And method, I can try the method along there as well. So there we go. Gotta keep it simple, not a lot of feed, and just hope we get 1 or 2 fish. It's the rest of the pond, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. It is iced over there. The Spessy Lake's ice is that iced over. It'll have some ice on it, and it's iced over on the other side of the lake, apart from where he's had aerator up here for lads. And then we've got another lake in at the back. It's called the Carp Lake. Right, so that's it. We're just waiting for bites. Looks like it's going to be another tough day, which after that -5 it was last night around here apparently, it's going to be a tough day. Bit of a shock to them fishes, but let's see what happens. So see you during the match. Oh, sorry, what am I doing? Baits, here we go. Crushed expander, bag and match baits, some different some micros, two different colours with some smelly stuff on from, again, bag and match baits, and sprays that you can get. There's maggots in there. I'm keeping them covered up because it's still absolutely freezing. Soft pellets, and as you can see, that's what I've used so far. So I've not had many casts. 3 discs, so what is it? 3, 6, no, that's 4 casts I've had. So not a lot. Speedy Washers just bought those. I was running out. Catapult gigs for the tiny hooks. that's pretty much it. So there we go, folks. Let's hope the tip goes round and the float goes under. Yeah. Well, run on to the method. I don't think it's a carp. It's gone round after 8 minutes. Nobody's really catching much. Bonzo's getting a few perch in the margin. I think this is probably a skimmer. Yeah, another skimmer. Bottom lip, everything's working as it should. There we go, folks. I don't mind them. I'm due to try my skimmer line anytime now. Yeah, just a little skimmer. Yeah, I've not clipped up anywhere. I don't want too much in there. There we go. Just a small little guru hybrid feeder. So there we go, just squash that in nicely. Just make sure the waft is covered properly. I don't like putting them on too tight. When I watched it in tank, if I put it on too firm, it doesn't quite, the pellets don't quite release nicely, but there we go. Nicely covered, just give it a quick trim. And we'll get back out there. So no clip, just searching the peg. I'm going to go pretty much in the same spot. We're quite away from the bank. In slightly deeper water. Bonzo's just said I've chucked in his peg, but it's smack in front of me. He's actually casting my peg. There we go. Right, so we're in. Not a lot happening. 1 or 2 fish being caught, but not a lot. Due to try my skimmer line shortly. Here we go. Well, it's gone again, folks. I think it's another skimmer. Oh, maybe it might be just a. Is it a skimmer? Yeah, there we go. Not bad skimmers, them. There we go. Better that. Lovely. Right. He thinks I'm casting this peg. It's smack in front of me. He's an idiot. He is, Bonzo. Right. Let's get back in, folks. See if we can get another one. Right, it's just a nice little drop back bite. I think it's another bream. It's a good one if it is. Oh, it's about the same as the other one. Thought it was bigger than that, folks. Thought it was bigger than that. A steady little drop back bite. A skimmer just over a pound or so. Hooked in exactly the same spot. There we go. Well, I'm going to refeed my pole line because I keep getting 1 or 2 fish on this. No point coming off it just yet because nobody's really catching anything around me. So I'll refeed my pole line. I'm going to go on it now, but I keep getting 1 or 2 fish and there's not a lot being caught. So let's refeed this and we'll see how we get on. Oh, 5 minutes in, that's another drop back bite. smaller skimmer this time. And exactly the same spot, bottom lip. Yeah. Told him I'm on maggot. No, I'm on a 7mm Speedy's Washter. Oh, it's absolutely freezing, folks. My partner's not had a bite yet. Perfect. Take your time. Make sure it's in your head that it's perfect. It's sat lovely on the bottom of on the deck, tempting all those breams and hope for carps. And I'm on the same line as my pole line, where it's just slightly deeper. So I'm hoping there will be some nice skimmers on my pole line, but you never know. I've not seen anybody catch anything on pole yet. There we go. Nice little update. I've got 5/6 pound. Doesn't sound like a lot, but after this weather, I don't think it's doing too bad. I don't know how big them carp were that people's caught. There won't be 10-pounders, I don't think. There'll probably be more like 3 or 4 pounders. But I've only heard of 2 carp being caught, so we're not doing too bad. Right, here we go. Oh, and I've got a little Jenny Wren. I had maggots in my hand just here, and he was tempted to jump on my hand, but he didn't. He went into my maggot tub and took one from there. But he had a good look. He's about this big. Bless him. Right, folks, I've not gone onto my pole line. I've had 8 skimmers now for about 7 or 8 pound, and it's going round quite often now. That's been in 2.5 minutes. And the last 3 fish have gone round in that sort of time. So I've re-fed it again. I don't see the point in moving off this line while the tip's going round and the positive bites. And Bonzo's just asked me what I'm using. I told him maggot earlier, I lied to him. I've told him what I'm using and he don't believe me. Oh, and that's a lovely bream. So, that's a good one, that. That's a proper one. These are the ones I could have done with at Allcroft, especially that last fish I bloody lost. Bottom lip again. There we go. That's a proper one. And Bonzo don't believe me, but here we go, look. Size 12 gutta hook, 019 hook length, and a 7mm Speedy Washter. Guru mini hybrid feeder. There we go. So that is especially for Bonzo, because I know he'll watch the video. Right, let's get back in, folks. Right, I've just gone on to my first putting on my pole line. It just went quite on the feeder. And first putting a skimmer. So not too bad. Not too bad at all. There we go. Oh, it's taking it down quite a bit as well. Tiny little bite. So I've got 13, there we go. 13 skimmers and probably about 16/17 pound. I find it difficult to judge how much these skimmers weigh. Mr. Incredible is catching on the round pond, little match lake. He's catching on popped up bread. So well done, Mr. Incredible. Right, well, I had a good 40 minutes on that skimmer line. I never had another bite. Unreal. I thought, here we go, I'm going to end up emptying it here. I could not get another bite. Just gone onto the feed line, which I've rested, and it's gone round after 5.5 minutes. Now the small pond, I forgot to mention right at the beginning, I did fancy. I won a match on the small pond on peg. Is it 16, I think, something like that. The guy that drew it, John Danby, I went, great peg. He's had 9 carp apparently, another skimmer. So he'll be winning the match, I would have thought. I've probably got about 18 pounder skimmers, something like that. So we haven't done too bad. And I put another washter on there. I haven't done too bad. Mr. Incredible's had a few carp on the small pond. That's where all the carp seem to be coming from. There's been no carp caught on this lake. And trust me, it's full of carp. There's plenty of fish in here. Aye, these new rafters, they're... Crikey, I can't even get it on. That's... washters, should I say. Good grief. There we go, got it. So there we go. We've got about 35 minutes to go. I'll stick it out on this method. That's where I've been catching most of the fish. Oh, what's happened there? Oh, I thought I heard something beep then on my camera. There we go. So we'll get it back out there. Let's see if we can get another one, folks. Nice little plop in, little hybrid feeder. Let's hope we get a few more. Well then, people, I did do this straight after the match, but for some reason the GoPro was playing up. I think the cold got to it more, like it did most of us. It just wouldn't record, it kept wanting to repair, and oh, I don't know. So I give it up as a bad job. I tried 2 or 3 times, it just wouldn't do it. But now things have warmed up. Well, warmed up, it's 1 degree, so it's a couple of days later. I drew, crikey, I forgot now, peg 6, yes, peg 6 on horseshoe. I had a look about on bread and bomb. I was feeding a corn line and I put a little bit of bait. I think it was a 10 or 11 meters. It was on a nice slope. It was like, went down quite deep to about 6-7 foot, and the more left you went, it went shallower. So, and I was at the bottom of that slope, so I thought that was quite a decent area. It wasn't too silty there, it was just right. And I fed that with some ground bait, some micros. And soft pellets. I was planning on fishing soft pellets and maggot down that line. Bomb and bread, I had one skimmer off that, and I did keep getting 1 or 2 liners, but not carp liners. There were definitely skimmers in the area, and I ended up changing to a method, well, little guru hybrid feeder with soft pellets, a little bit of ground baiting, not a lot, and using a 7mm speedy wafter. So they're small enough to catch your skimmers, big enough, well, even at this time of year the carp are taking smaller baits anyway, so I thought if there's a chance of a carp, I'm going to get it on that. And I had quite a decent run, so at least I was getting bites. I bumped one off, and I had a couple of drop back bites which I missed. So, you know, a little bit of action, and there weren't bad skimmers at all. My partner was Nigel. He also drew on the Horseshoe. I know you're probably thinking we should be on different lakes, but the time that we had rushing about, it was the quickest way I could do it, and then we drew blind partners, and it just happened that we were both on Horseshoe. But it worked out okay. We had 1, 2, 3, we had 7 on Horseshoe, and we had 4 on the Carp Lake, and then we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the Round Pond. And I did forget to mention, the Round Pond is my favourite lake. I've won quite a few matches on that lake, on bread, at this time of year. And I actually thought the weights would come off that lake. It was completely ice-free. I don't know how he manages to do it, but it was completely ice-free. And the results show I wasn't far off. It is my favourite lake there. The only trouble is, with it, we can't get our club on that lake because it's just too small. But it's a cracking little lake. So if ever you do go to Oakland waters, that is a great lake. There's plenty of carp, there's lots of roach, there's skimmers, there's hide. It's great fishing. So just a little heads up for you there if you do go to Oakland waters at Gowdle. Right, so how did I do? I got a few skimmers on, well, I got 1 on the bread, quite a few on the little method or little hybrid feeder. And then I went on to my 10, 11 metre. There was no need to come off that line, off the method line, because I was catching. So I kept refeeding the line, but not sort of every sort of half an hour, 40 minutes, but not a lot. It's too cold to feed lots and lots and lots of bait. Just enough where I thought it'd be right for when I go on it to catch 1 or 2. And the first put in, after about a minute and a half, under it goes. Nice skimmer. I thought, here we go. I'm going to bag up here. I could not get a bite, and I wasn't feeding. I was fishing pretty much a little bit to the left and beyond of where I was. Then I've gone actually over where I put the bait in. I went left and right and a little bit short, and I could not get another touch. Very, very strange. I thought I nailed on for quite a few bream there. I've tried soft pellet and a little 4mm soft pellet and maggot, and never had a touch. Pretty strange, I thought. So back out on the method, and I've had a few more skimmers again. I actually had 1 of them. I chucked the method. I never had a touch on corn, so I chucked the method over where I'd been catapulting some corn, and I had 1 off there. But then that was that, nothing else. So it was a tough day all round, because I've actually weighed in 14.5 pounds, and I've won the Horseshoe Lake. But unfortunately, my partner Nigel really struggled around the other side. He had £1.11. So we were just out of the money. But let's get on to the results. Bonzo on me right, he had £7 on Horseshoe. That was the nearest to me. £7.13 actually. So the results. In 3rd place, we got John Whitehead. Where was he? John Whitehead. He was on the Round Pond 14. He'd £18 off there. And Bob and another £7 something. They £25.11. So what a pair of mighty fishermen you are. Well done, guys. And in 2nd place we have got Jack Vors and John Danby. Jack Vors had 6 ounce on the Round Pond. Thought he'd had a few more from there, Jack. But John Danby at £26.3. No, that's their total. It's £25 something or other, wherever it was. And they've weighed in a total of £26.3 for second place. So what a pair of mighty fishermen you are. Well done, guys. And in first place, Steve Foster, Mr. Incredible. He's had a cracking day there. He's actually weighed in. He would have won the match if we'd have just done it on singles. And he's had £34.13. He's caught on popped up bread. He's had a few carp on that, and then he's had a boatload of roach just in front of him, and he reckons he's probably had about 18 to 20 pound of roach and skimmers and bits and bobs. So great day's fishing there. He was constantly catching, apparently. He was to my right, so I wasn't looking at him all the time. So well done, Steve. And well fished Frank, he's weighed in £7 something, and they've come in with £41, and they are this week's old boys pair of mighty fishermen. Well done, guys. And it was great, that. Something a little bit different. We knew the fishing were going to be tough. Split on all those lakes. Had to split it up and do a pairs match, and it worked out absolutely fantastic. And they loved it up, lads, and they want to do it again. So it's something at this time of year it's worth doing. So even if you only catch him £1 or £2, your partner could be doing really, really well. But as you saw, Steve, Mr. Incredible, he was on the round pond. The bigger weights have come off the little match pond, as they call it, and it's produced the goods on what was a very tough day. Everywhere else has been frozen solid. So well done, Steve at Gowdle, for keeping it pretty much ice free for us. So yeah, interesting day. Plenty of laughs. Always have plenty of laughs with the lads. So it was great to be out, got a few fishes caught, and produce a nice little video for you guys. So that's that. We're hoping to get to Scarm Park the week after. It looks like it's going to be frozen over again, so I'll be missing a week. It'll be the week after. It'll be a couple of weeks before we're out with the old boys again. And then the next one for me is Boddington's got cancelled, is the Feeder Master pairs with Woody at Hallcroft. So got to put a few things right there. Let's see if we can get a few more fish caught than last time. So I hope you've enjoyed today's little video at Gowdle. Oakland waters at Gowdle. Steve's a cracking bloke. Look after you there, no problems. He knows a little bit about fishing, so he can put you in the right areas too. So thank you very much, Steve. Don't forget, folks, it is absolutely free to subscribe to my channel. If you click the notification bell, you will get all our videos as we upload them, and a thumbs up would be very, very nice. And people have been asking about the hand warmer. It is the Infray hand warmer. I've got two of them. One or two people have been commenting saying they don't last long. If you have it on the lowest setting, there's 3 settings, you have it on the lowest setting. You don't need to have it any higher, because if you put it any higher, it's absolutely red hot. They do come in different colours. I've just got the pink, got 2 of them. Have it on the lowest setting, it's fine. You don't really need to turn it on until you're about half an hour in anyway. Sometimes, depending on the weather, it will last more than the whole match. If not, the other ones as backup. I would say the worst I've had out of one that's fully charged is 4 hours. So there you go. That's on the lowest setting. But the other day, it lasted the whole match. And as you saw, it burnt Woody's, it melted his crunchy. So, but you can get them pretty much. You can get them from Argos, Facebook Marketplace. You can get them on Amazon. Just put Infray on Google search, and they're all over the place. I mean, I paid a tenner a piece for mine, but I've had them a few years. I think they're about between 16 and 18 quid. Well worth it when it's freezing like this. Absolutely brilliant things to use. So there you go. Right, that's it from me. We shall see you on the bank, by the looks of it, at the Feeder Master Winter Pair. So thanks for watching, and don't forget, take care, folks, and fish on.